We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
On first down, Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Well, he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice play on the football. The ball was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground. You just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 21. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, On offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to...
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Play action, Willis. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. To the air on first down, here's Willis. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The Eagles at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. That ain't going to be tough to beat in this one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. 3rd down, it's Willis. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott, career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
They'll run on first down. Gay, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Willis. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Willis. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession. At the 42-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double cover, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And again, it's Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot in the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that'll keep this a 9-point game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
On first down, Gay. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 44, Jones. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Now Rodgers. Jones has it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On second and very short, Rodgers. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Throwing Jones. Going deep here for Watkins. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 5. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Red. Ready?
Now Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Gay. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Right, kick.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action here on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down now. Gay. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devontae Wyatt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. They'll run on 1st down. Gay. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Ready.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now here's another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Jones nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, He recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a shot taken on third. It's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Ball hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw again. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Operating from the gun, Conway. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Conway. A slant to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 and the 4. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Conway. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Turner. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Cole Turner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Jones going deep here for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 54 yards. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Off the play fake. Conway. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And it's fielded at the 34. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On 2nd down, Gay, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Ready?
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. And now this game is over. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Philadelphia, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears.